I spent my own money testing out some of the best saltwater spinning reels out there so you don't have to waste yours. As an avid angler, I know the importance of having reliable gear, especially when you're out on the water battling the elements and the big fish. In this video, I'll break down my top 5 choices, highlighting what makes each reel stand out and why you might want to consider adding them to your own fishing arsenal. Product number 1, Penn Pursuit IV Spinning Fishing Reel. Let's dive into the Penn Pursuit IV Spinning Fishing Reel. Right off the bat, I was struck by its sleek black and silver design. It almost has a sporty vibe that makes you feel confident when you hold it. This reel is ambidextrous, which is a huge plus for anglers like me who switch hands based on the fishing conditions. It weighs in at just 0.34 kilograms, making it light enough for a long day on the water. The full metal construction ensures durability, which is key when you're battling larger saltwater fish. I took this reel out for a spin on a recent fishing trip. The first thing I noticed was the smooth recovery rate of 41 inches per crank, thanks to its gear ratio of 5:6:1. This feature was particularly useful when I hooked a hefty snapper. I was able to retrieve line quickly without feeling overly fatigued. The 6 total bearings, including 5 sealed stainless steel ball bearings and an anti-reverse bearing, make for an incredibly smooth performance that allows for quick hookups. Now let's talk about the HT100 front drag system. It has a maximum drag of 25 pounds, which is substantial. This means I could fight larger fish without worrying about the drag giving out. I tested this by hooking a 20-pound amberjack and the system held up admirably. The carbon fiber drag washers made the fight exhilarating without wearing me out. However, I did encounter a slight drawback. The reel can feel a bit bulky when you're using it for extended periods, especially if you're casting repeatedly. But it's a small trade-off for the power and reliability it offers. In summary, if you're looking for a saltwater spinning reel that combines affordability with performance, the Penn Pursuit IV is a solid choice. It's durable, smooth, and powerful enough to handle tough saltwater conditions, making it an excellent piece of gear for any angler who heads out to sea. Product number 2, Penn Pursuit IV Spinning Fishing Reel. Next on my list is another variant of the Penn Pursuit IV Spinning Fishing Reel, which retails for a bit more at $56.98. This one offers a slightly heavier build, tipping the scales at 0.69 kilograms. I took this one out on a nearshore fishing expedition, and it performed almost identically to the lighter model, with a recovery rate of 36 inches per crank and the same reliable gear ratio of 5:6:1. One thing I appreciated about this reel is the corrosion-resistant graphite body, which is essential for saltwater anglers. I've had reels rust before, and it's not a fun experience, so knowing that this reel can withstand the harsh elements of saltwater really gives you peace of mind. The 5 total bearings create a smooth operation, and the instant anti-reverse feature offers that quick response time when you need it most. The HT100 front drag system delivers a maximum drag of 20 pounds, which is a little less than its lighter counterpart, but still substantial enough to handle most saltwater species. I noticed that while the drag was reliable, it did require a bit more finesse to adjust compared to the previous model. On the downside, I did find that the grip felt a bit slippery when my hands were wet, particularly after a few hours of fishing. That being said, this reel does have a nice balance when you're holding it. In conclusion, if you're looking for a durable reel with smooth operation and a price point that won't break the bank, this Penn Pursuit IV variant is a great option. It's versatile enough for both inshore and nearshore fishing, making it a worthy addition to your tackle box. Product number 3, Penn Pursuit IV Spinning Fishing Reel. Now let's talk about the third variant of the Penn Pursuit IV Spinning Fishing Reel, which comes in slightly heavier at 1.01 kilograms. This model is a size 8000 reel and has a lower gear ratio of 4:7:1, which I found interesting because it's geared more towards power than speed. I brought this reel with me on an offshore trip where I was targeting larger pelagic species. The first thing I noticed was its robust construction, which made me feel confident in its durability. The recovery rate of 44 inches per crank was impressive, allowing me to reel in quickly when I hooked a fish. The full metal body and side plate provided a solid feel, and I really appreciated the precision gear alignment it offered. This reel performed well in battling larger fish, and the carbon fiber drag system with a maximum drag of 25 pounds held up significantly during a fight with a sizable tuna. I was able to tire the fish out efficiently without feeling overly stressed myself. However, the weight did start to make a difference after a few hours of fishing. My forearm felt the strain from the added heft, particularly during long fights. The 5 total bearings offered smooth operation, but I found that this model could be slightly noisier than the others, which might deter some anglers. All in all, if you're into offshore fishing and need a sturdy reel that can handle large fish, this Pen Pursuit IV option is an excellent choice. It strikes a good balance between power and durability, making it a solid contender for serious anglers. Product number 4, KastKing Centron Spinning Reel. Switching gears, let's dive into the KastKing Centron and Centron Light Spinning Reels. I was particularly intrigued by the price point of $26.99, which is a steal for what you get. The Centron weighs just 9.87 ounces, making it one of the lightest reels I've ever used. I took this reel out during a weekend ice fishing trip, and I was pleasantly surprised by its performance. The ultra-smooth drag system provides stopping power up to 17.5 pounds. I fished with it for several hours, and even while reeling in some decent-sized perch, I found the drag to be responsive and reliable. The 9 quality ball bearings made for an incredibly smooth operation, and the one-way anti-reverse bearing was a game-changer for quick hookups. One of the standout features for me was the stylish design. The 2 color options are eye-catching, and the high-strength anodized aluminum spool not only looks good but also helps with casting distance. However, the lightweight design does come with some minor drawbacks. The frame feels a bit fragile compared to heavier reels, and I was cautious while casting in windy conditions. That said, it held up well during my trip, and I managed to pull in some good-sized fish without any issues. Overall, if you're looking for an affordable, lightweight reel that performs well across various fishing conditions, the KastKing Centron is an excellent choice. Its attractive design and solid performance make it a fantastic option for both beginners and seasoned anglers alike. Product number 5, KastKing Megatron Spinning Reel. Last but definitely not least is the KastKing Megatron Spinning Reel, which comes in at $56.09. This reel has a unique design that caught my eye immediately. The rigid aluminum frame not only looks great but also offers incredible strength, which is essential when you're fishing in saltwater. Weighing in at 0.52 kilograms, it strikes a good balance between weight and durability. I took this reel out for a day of fishing for larger species, and I was blown away by its performance. The carbon fiber drag system provides over 30 pounds of stopping power, which is impressive and made a noticeable difference when I hooked into a large grouper. The 7+1 double-shielded stainless steel ball bearings ensure fluid performance, and the instant anti-reverse feature is incredibly responsive. The gears feel durable and robust, which gives you confidence when battling larger fish. However, the reel does have a bit of a learning curve when it comes to adjusting the drag settings. I found it took some time to get it dialed in perfectly for different conditions, but once I did, it performed exceptionally well. The Megatron's unique aesthetics are a plus, but it's the performance that really stands out. In conclusion, if you're serious about fishing and want a powerful reel that can handle heavy-duty use, the KastKing Megatron is a fantastic choice. Its strength, smoothness, and impressive drag system make it a worthy investment for any angler looking to up their game. So there you have it, my top 5 saltwater spinning reels. Each one brings something unique to the table, whether it's durability, smooth operation, or just overall value for money. If you're in the market for a new reel, I hope my experiences help you make a more informed decision. Remember, the right gear can make all the difference in your fishing adventures. Happy fishing!